Hi friends, my name is Mukesh. Today I am going to tell you that how we can install and configure the DHCP server. So DHCP server stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, and it works with the DORA process. So DORA process is one of the process which is work with DHCP server and the DHCP client. So first of all, like when the system come in network, it's discover that a new system is add in this network, and DHCP server offer a request like what do you need. So their DHCP client, the user machine, requests that I need an IP address to communicate in this network. So the DHCP server provide the IP address to the client and send the acknowledgement that you have received the IP address from this server and all the information, and have some lease of time that this IP address is provided for this time and it will be changed on this, and with the full information of the network, with the DNS, with the IP address, with the gateway, and all the information. So now I am going to tell you that how we can install it, and I will also show you that we are using the client with the same network IP address which is provided by DHCP server. So as you can see, I have told you in my earlier videos that we have already configured a DHCP AD server and DNS server. So now I am going to tell you that how we can configure the DHCP server. First of all, I want to let you know that when we are going to configure a AD server or any DNS server or DHCP server, so first we need to configure a static IP address in our system. So as we have many options to go in this network and sharing center. You can just go by start menu and search the network and sharing center, or you can just click over there and open network and sharing center. So there is so many ways as you want to go. You can go it by the control panel. So I'm just going to change it. Now you can see my network is connected there, and thus I have already provided a static IP address. So now I am going to provide the install the DNS server. So first we need to go in server manager and then need to click on manage. Now you can see the option of add role and features, so click on there, and we are going to install this role in this system, not in the remote system. So just click on next, and again it will show the computer name, IP address, and the operating system fully detailed. So click on next, and here you can see a list of roles are there. So now we are going to create a DHCP server. So you can check it, there is a DHCP server. Click over there, and it will automatically select some of the feature which is required by it. So not need to do anything, just click on add feature. Now next, and again you can see there's some list of feature. If you want to add any features with your Windows, so you can select them, but if you are going with the DHCP server, I recommend you that don't select any feature, because the feature which is required was earlier added it automatically, so no need to select anyone. Simply click on next, and DHCP server blah blah blah, so you don't need it. Click on next, and now you can see that DHCP server require the DHCP server, remote server administration tool, and role administrator tool, DHCP server tool. So all requirements are selected there. Now we need to click on install, and now this role is going to install, and it will take a bit of time, like 1.30 minutes. So just wait for the till it will be complete. And apart from this, you can see that I have a client system which is in my domain, and now I'm going to change the IP address, cause I have selected this for my system by manually, cause I was not using VMware DHCP server. So now I need to change the setting. put the wrong administrator name. So now you can see I'm going in IP version 4 because I'm using IP version 4, and that is pointed to my DNS AD server. And now I'm going to use the DHCP option there to select the IP address automatically. So click on OK, OK. Now I just selected this for connect to the DHCP server, but we have not configured the DHCP server yet. So now the installation, you can see the installation is completed. Now it will prompting to complete the DHCP server configuration, so you need to click on this and the configuration wizard is open. Now it's description of next, and specify the credential for the user to authenticate DHCP server in ADDS. So if you want to use administrator right for the DHCP server, so you can click on this, or you can choose an alternative credential for this user, or you can just skip the edit and to provide the, like, if you selected this administrator role or any specified user credential there, then you need to provide the username password for every client system which is going to add in the system, add in the our network or the DHCP server. So I want to let anyone or anyone which is not related to my commercial network or the outsider will come in this company or the organization, so he will be able to communicate with the network. So now I'm skipping the Active Directory authentication, and so click on commit, and now you can see the declaration security group is done. So click on close and close this. So DHCP server is installed that, and now we have also configured that for the credential side, but still it's not get completed. So now you can see that we are open the DHCP configuration wizard, the management console, and this is my computer name, and you can see there is IP version 4 and IP version 6, but I'm not going to use the server of IP version 6. I'm going to use the server of IP version 4. So it's showing for the configuration, so we need to configure that. Okay, so first of all what we need to do is, you can see there is a menu option, policies and allow and allow. So first we need to create a new scope there which will provide the IP address to starting and ending. So we can take any name for this scope. So now I'm going to take the name of primary scope. Okay, so click on next, and now we need to provide the starting IP range and the end IP range for our network. So my network range is 10.19, sorry, 192.168.142. The range is from 10. No, I don't want to give the 10 because 10 is my DHCP server IP address and the AD and the DNS, so that we can put it 11 or 20 or anything you want to do it. And the ending IP address, I want to let it be 192.168.142.250. So I have entered the IP address which will be work with the client. So click on next. Now we can use a exclusive or delay IP address range. So what is used that, like, we have a web server, we have any server which is which we want to, like, the response delay, or they have something like they take time to respond the DHCP client to access the IP address. So if we want to enter any IP address or reserve the IP address for the any machine which is response delay, so we can take, and that IP address will be not used in the range of we have selected in earlier. So I don't have any kind of this system, and I don't want this delay or exclusive. So click on next, and here we are going to select the least duration. uh, so what is the least duration actually? Least duration is something about like we have provided a client machine of IP address, and if I am going to put there 8 days, so the IP address will be given to the system for the next 8 day, and that will not expire. After 8 day the IP address will be changed, or the system, if he started delay or any exclusive any case, the system is not exist in the network or anything, so that IP address will be assigned to any other system. So that is the least duration. So I am just going to change this for 1 day, and you can take it for the hours or minutes or anything. So click on next, and you can see yes, I have configured the option now, or I have just configured, so no, I want to so yes. So that is for the router IP address. So I know that my router IP address is 192.168.142.2. that is my router IP address, so I'm going to add this. You can see there. And the next option is the domain name and DNS server. So I know that my domain name is this, and just click over there, copy and enter it there, and resolve. So you can see that this is my domain name server IP address, DNS server IP address, and also that is my ADDS, so that is pointed. So as it is already exist in this network, so I don't want to add this because it is already exist there. Or if we have any secondary domain server or the DNS server, so we can add it there. So now click on next. So something wins is I'm not using wins anymore, so don't need it. Click on next, and now you can say, do you want to active the scope now? Yes, actually I have configured that, and now I want to start with this, so click on next and finish. So now you can see there my scope is ready to work, but still it's not working because we have not authorized to do this. Sorry, we are not provided the authentication to do this service startup. So now I need to click on the not there, actually on the server name, and you can see there the authorize. So click on there and refresh, and now you can see that there's earlier there was a red click, but now it's green, so it means that our scope is ready to work now. So I'm just going to check is if any system is connected there. Just range of distribution, okay, release. You can see that the OneDrop system is already connected. So now I want to know that which system is this with this IPs. So just close this. I hope that is system is this. Yeah, you can see that the DHCP server is working, and this all information is captured by the DHCP server within DHCP client. So you can find there is my IP address, that is my subnet mask, and the release time obtained, expiry date, and that is my default gateway, and this is DHCP server name, sorry, server IP, and that is my DNS server IP. So actually I am using this in my DNS server, sorry, in my VM machine. So now I want to check it if I am having the same IP address in my physical machine. So where's my physical machine option? Disable this, and yes, I just want to check it. Actually I was entered there manually IP address, so now I need to select this for the IP automatically IP address. Let's see. You can see that it's just working. In a moment it's captured the IP address. So now you can see that it's another IP address which the range we have selected earlier in the DHCP server. So everything is working fine. now we can suppose that our DHCP server is configured and working perfectly. Okay, so we have some other option, like you can see there's for the scope option we have added there 3 service, but if we want to add any another service then we can add from configure option. And we have some time offset and time server or the name server. We have their list of options which we want to add in our network, so we can just select there and fix it. Like I am going to select always NTP. Like NTP is a network time providing service, which is I'm going cause I want to let that for all my client machine this DHCP server will be responsible to provide the correct time. So Active Directory provide the same time which is in the Active Directory to the client machine. So I am just selecting this and I can resolve it by there. That is itinfra.com and that is my DHCP server, domain server. So click at there and apply. Okay, so as I have selected this option in my list, so you can select as you want which is in the list. Okay, so we can create some policies there, and like you can see there that I have 2 clients in my list which is using the DHCP services. So if you want to reserve any IP address for this system for the permanent reservation, so you can just simply click on this and right click and you can add for the reserve, so that IP address will be assigned to the system permanent and this IP address will be not given to any another system. So that's all about the DHCP server, and you can create the number of scope as you want. You can create a new scope. You can just configure the failover is one of the option which is work beside to the server for the same service. Like if you want, like your primary server, your primary scope is not working, so you can configure a failover. So if the primary server is not working anymore, so your secondary server will be up and that will provide the same IP address. So that is for the DHCP server, and there is lot of services which you can use. So in this my video I am just providing this status of the installation and configuration of DHCP server. For more information I will provide the same for brief information. So thank you for watching my video. If you are facing any kind of issues with the DHCP server or the technical or the Windows server or the Linux server, you can just comment me, you can just connect me with the YouTube, with Facebook or anything. You can find my detail in my description. So till that time, good night, Sabah khair, bye bye. Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, and if I just noted, if you have any query and you feel that my video is not suitable or the information was not correct, then please comment and please tell me for the issue, and I will make sure that I will resolve that. If you have any query, then I will resolve that. So please, if you dislike the videos, then I just suppose that you will also provide me the information that why you dislike or you need any information or anything, so I can provide you the correct information. Okay, so tada, bye bye. Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe. Also comment me if you have any information.